as we start, I want to say that in KEMRI, we have not really made too much progress, but I think there's enough progress we can report about. So I'll start by maybe giving you just a talk about what it is that we are doing or we have been doing towards establishing an IBC within KEMRI. So I'll start by telling you about KEMRI a little bit. So it is a state corporation that was established in 1979 under a repealed act. Later on in 2021, during the COVID pandemic, some more mandates were added to KEMRI through a gazette notice, which we are calling a legal notice. And generally speaking, the objective of the institute is to carry out health research. And then in terms of not just research, but also innovation and capacity building. And then we also are involved in service delivery across the health thing. So what are the mandates of KEMRI? There are about 7, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to go very quickly through the ones that I have highlighted. The first one is really to conduct health research in biomedical and public health research for human beings. That's very important. The second one that I want you to notice is give advice to the responsible ministry, in this case the Ministry of Health, on matters pertaining to health research policies and priorities. So issues to do with IBC, we're talking about policies. We are talking about how we should be handling GMOs and biosafety issues and biosecurity issues. And so there, you can just quickly see that KEMRI is really a key partner in issues to do with biosafety and biosecurity within the Ministry of Health in terms of policy formulation. It also says another mandate of KEMRI that's important is to undertake scientific and technological innovations, as well as the discovery, transmission, and enhancements of knowledge. Again, you know, all these things we are talking about, whether it is synthetic biology, whether it's these new gene drives and things like that, those are new innovations and discoveries. And they are things that we are supposed to actually will bring economic changes or economic enhancements, and therefore it completely lies right in the path of KEMRI, or what we are supposed to be doing. But for a long time, I think KEMRI in the past, I think maybe rightly or wrongly, I think wrongly, thought that issues to do with the GMOs were mainly to do with crops. And therefore it was a sort of a preserve of the agricultural institutions. But of course, with the new developments, including vaccines, COVID vaccines, and these are the new recombinant vaccines that we have, and many other things, obviously we are right in there. Therefore, this has actually made it possible for us now to really relook at these issues of biosafety and biosecurity in terms of setting up an IBC with seriousness. So, what has been done about setting up an IBC within KEMRI? So, let me talk about what is happening currently. Currently, all matters that are to do with biosafety and biosecurity are handled under one office. It's called the Office of Biosafety and Biosecurity Officer. We have an officer who is in charge of that, but of course he has support. And so, if we want any advice, he can either by himself or through a committee, through other things, provide advice to the institute, including any issues that may come up within protocols that will then inform what decisions should be taken regarding that. Secondly, regarding protocols or how research is carried out in KEMRI, we have a unit, we call it SERU, or SERU, which stands for Scientific Ethics and Review Unit. And this unit here is a very fully fledged unit and very powerful that reviews all research protocols at KEMRI, and they look at the scientific merit as well as all other ethical compliances. So anything to do also with the biosafety and biosecurity issues inside there, or animal use and things like that, are also covered by that currently. However, as we speak now, we're in the process of setting up an IBC. So what has happened? We have drafted a document that has been sent to the Office of the Director in charge of Research and Development. And this document basically gives a very good setup of what we think our IBC should look like, with many other things. So what we are expecting to happen is that the director will look at it through consultation and then move it up to the next level, which is the executive committee of KEMRI, which we call the KEXCOM. And from there, after they have looked at this thing, it'll go to the board. And from the board, we expect that this thing should come back to the DG for the appointment of the membership of the IBC that have been suggested within that document. So even as we are doing this, because of the importance of what it is that we realize about importance of IBCs, there are what we are calling interim officials. So I am the interim IBC chair for KEMRI before this document is actually approved, so that we can actually have some framework in place already as the documentation goes through the process itself. So my other colleagues will come here and they have different roles, like we have the biosafety officer is Nicholas Mikwabe, who is in charge, who is currently the one who is also the biosafety officer that is occupying that position I said in the first place. So I want just also to say that a lot of the people in KEMRI itself have a lot of responsibilities in the Ministry of Health. Like I said, we advise the Ministry of Health on all matters to do with anything that the ministry may want to ask. So we represent the Ministry of Health in a lot of debates, a lot of forums where discussions on GMOs and other things are discussed. And so we have a lot of experience within ourselves. We are even the ones who are approached to develop a curriculum for biosafety and biosecurity training for the Ministry of Health, which is currently rightly used across the board as an in-house training document for people who are already at job. So it's called in-service training. So that's what I have to say about what's happening in KEMRI, and thank you very much.